Hey guys, Lucas here. Today I'm going to show you a brief overview about how we make our Tsunami handles on our Akuma MB4000. That's right, that over there. Hey guys, Lucas here. Today I'm going to show you how we make Hey guys, Lucas here. Today I'm going to show you how we make our Tsunamis and Hey guys, Hey guys, Lucas here. So today I'm going to show you how we make our Tsunami handles on our Akuma MB4000 right over there. So we're going to walk over and check it out. All right, so this is the Akuma MB4000. On the left-hand side here, we have our 6 APC. I'll get into that a little bit later. And then on the right side, we have the actual machine itself. So we take a look inside. It's got a tombstone with our handles running right there. Let's see if I can zoom in and see what's going on. Right now it's drilling the bottom weight pin holes. So you guys can actually see on the controller. I can zoom in right there. Okay, you can't actually see anything. That doesn't mean anything. All right, so over here, this is kind of where everything starts. So this is the titanium blank that we start out with, and we actually cut it on our own Flow Mach 200 water jet. So this is the starting piece and the stock that actually goes into the pallet. So there's 2 operations. So let me show you guys what that operation looks like. Let me try to find a reject part here that shows our first op. All right, let's take this guy. All right, so this is what our first op looks like completed. Doesn't have the jeweling yet actually, but it's pretty much done. So this part here, it starts out just like this guy. So essentially what we're doing is we're gonna contour around the part just like that. So that does the perimeter, that wall finish right there. And then you can see it also does the jimping. We machine that pocket there to remove weight, and then we also do all these really accurate features for the Zen pin hole, the pivot hole, as well as the weight pin hole, and those 3 weight pins over there, that kind of process I showed you earlier. So yeah, this is the first op, and then we're gonna flip it over on the other side, and then we're gonna do the second operation. So let's find an example of that. No, that one looks awful. All right, here we go. So this is, once it's been flipped over, okay, we're gonna mount it back in the machine, and then we're essentially going to be removing that top hat there, bring it down to thickness, and then we're gonna take a small ball mill, and essentially we're gonna step it back and forth a bunch of times. You guys can hopefully see the intricacy of that. Whoops, I'm gonna try to zoom in for you. So you guys can see that really tight pattern there. It looks great out of the machine, and we actually give it a little bit of hand polishing to make it even nicer. So we also put a chamfer on those, so you can see that chamfer as well. Of course, puts the counter bore where the pivot goes. Oh, this one has jeweling as well. So that's what jeweling is, if you guys aren't familiar. That really cool texture on the inside there. So I would imagine this one's in the reject bin because it didn't match our dimensional tests. But yeah, other than that, this part looks pretty good. All right, we're gonna do a really cool process here. Actually, on the far end, there's a stylus that we actually touch the tip of the tool on, and that's how the machine knows that the tool's still there. And if it's broken, it'll pause the machine. So that drill is actually doing the pivot hole and the bottom hole. And as you can tell, coolant is going through the nozzle. We call it a through spindle coolant. So that way coolant can go directly into the hole and kind of flush out all the chips there. So that's a really cool process. It's gonna take forever if I stand here to show you guys the whole process, because we obviously have a ton of handles mounted on that tombstone. So yeah, let's look at that again. It's gonna, now that that tool is done, it's gonna touch up on that stylus, and then it's gonna come up and change to the next tool. Okay, and I cannot tell what that one's doing, but it's doing something important. All right, a really cool process is the tool matrix in the back, guys. So I'm gonna show you a huge robot in the back that takes care of all the tools for this particular program. All right, so let's go to the back here, and we're gonna go over to here. So check it out. So this entire unit here, this huge machine, is specifically for our tools. We call it a tool matrix. We're gonna see here on the side profile, it stores 146 tools. That's not the maximum, that's just what we chose. You can go up to, I think, almost 400. So essentially, we store all these tools here and it's used for a bunch of different jobs. So there's the arm that you guys saw in the previous clip. There's that tool right there. It's kind of waiting and idle. Oops, hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah, so we can take a look inside here, and if it'll focus, you see that each tool is numbered and they're stored here waiting for idle. And so hopefully in a few moments here, it'll do a tool change and we can kind of watch how that process goes.
2,000 years later.
All right, while we're waiting for the tool matrix to move on to the next tool, I could talk about our 6 APC really quickly here. So essentially, this particular machine houses 6 different tombstones. So that's a tombstone right over there. It's essentially a vertical pillar that you mount parts to. So you guys look over there. I'm gonna try to zoom in on that guy right there. You can see it's currently holding just one Matco. So that's for when we're doing testing. On the other side actually is another set of Tsunami handles. So that's currently waiting in idle. And that tombstone is gonna basically swap with the one inside. Oh, that's the tool changer going. So we're gonna switch over to here and we're gonna wait. So if you guys listen to it, it's actually doing the tool check with a probe. Then it's gonna come up and then it's gonna actually do the change here. All right, so that tool is gonna come in. Whoa. So it's gonna move out. I'll get a different angle in a second here. All right. Hopefully you guys saw that. It was kind of quick. So there's the next tool and it's waiting in idle to the next one. All right, let's come back over here, guys. So as I was saying, that tombstone is currently waiting in idle. There's actually 2 sides. You guys can see this tombstone, which is made of cast iron. It's got this face over here and then this face over there. You can actually use the sides, but we currently don't. So there's 4-sided, 2-sided, 6-sided. Essentially as many parts as you can fit on each face. But right now we're just doing one on each side. So on the inside, if I can zoom in there, you guys can see there's that big aluminum block on the other side, and it's currently holding a bunch of Tsunami handles waiting for idle. So essentially what's gonna happen is that that entire platter is gonna pick up this tombstone on the outside and the tombstone on the inside is gonna, and it's basically gonna swap. That'll make a lot of sense when I show you guys the video. So I'll record that in a bit when it's ready to do that. Okay guys, so we've got the handles all done. And so there's the finished handles. So now we're gonna move the pallet out of the machine and into the 6 APC on the left. So we're gonna hit cycle start here and it's gonna align, it's gonna switch. So check it out. So there's actually a pallet on the other side. It actually swaps this one in. So if you guys saw earlier, that's the Matco handle I was talking about. So now the handles are on the other side and we're gonna go to the other side and see what that looks like from that side. All right, here we go. No, the camera! All right, we're gonna do that one more time. All right guys, so now that pallet is outside of the machine, we're gonna call it into the loading station on the right over there. So we're gonna, essentially that's gonna move outward towards us and it's gonna end up right over there where Matt's standing so that we can actually retrieve the handles. So he's gonna prep the controller right now and he's gonna call it over. So check it out. All right, we'll be right back.
2,000 years later.
Go ahead, Matt. So we're gonna do the swap. All right, so now that our pallet is on the outside, we're gonna call that over to the right over there where Matt's standing, and we're gonna be able to retrieve the parts from the loading station and then load in the next few pieces of stock so that we can start the next cycle. And what's really cool is that as this machine is moving these tombstones around, the inside on the machine, the spindle is still cutting, so it's uninterrupted. So there's the platter. It's gonna pull that pallet out, and then it's gonna place that one in an empty position. So 4 is gonna go right down over there. Okay. All right, now that it's cleared that, it's gonna turn around. All right, shout out to Orange Vice. These guys make the best vices. All right, here we are. So now we're over here at the loading station, and Matt's gonna hit the safety release right there so that it's ready to open. And here we are. We have a fresh pallet of finish off one parts that I was showing you guys earlier. So we're gonna wipe the coolant off and show you. It's looking great. Look at that beautiful surface finish, which you can definitely see on camera. So we only loaded this half side here, just doing some testing, but essentially we're gonna remove all of these clamps here. We're gonna loosen those screws. That's gonna release these handles off, and then from there we can put raw stock onto this, and then we'll close this up, and then it'll go off into the machine. So that's how we get our parts off. All right, so one last cool thing to show you guys is on this side of the machine, we've got our chip auger. So essentially, as the chips are falling into the machine, it's being pushed into 2 different conveyor belts of different meshes so that it filters between fine and coarse. But it all ends up going in the same place to just make sure that we catch everything. And then it ends up in one of these bins. So as you can see here, we still got a long way to go to fill it up. But once they're filled up, we'll call Alco Metal Recycling, and they'll pick them up and take care of it for us. And once that's all done, we'll celebrate with a quick shipping session. So check this out. I'm gonna land this on the first try. All right, what do we got here? All right, lob wedge, no problem. All right, check this out. Shoot! Wait. All right, one more. I'm gonna aim for the middle here, guys. Oh! All right, that was crazy. That was probably crazier than the entire Tsunami process. And yeah, I think I'll just end this video on a quick flipping clip. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. See you.